Alright guys, we're back at the Cliffside Caves, the large one. And we're going to do an in-the-field test to show you the difference of headlamps and which one's the best one for cave diving and exploring. Because, people review them at the desk and that's cool, or in their bathroom. But we're actually going to go inside the actual cave, the large one, and show you what real-time looks like for the lamps. Maybe it'll help you decide which kind to buy and use. Let me know what you think. Cliffside Caves, giant ass one. We're going inside to set up an actual in the field dark trial run of comparing what is the best headlamp for cave diving and exploring. It's gonna take me a minute to get in here. It's a tight squeeze. All right. The first one is Coast non-zoomable headlamp. It's got 3 settings. So this is the first non-zoom headlamp made by Coast. It's got the 3 settings. It tilts. And it has a USB chargeable if you have the lithium in it, which I just run AAAs. I actually got this one secondhand, and it didn't come with the lithium ion rechargeables. But this is my go-to one so far. It has the best. It's the brightest, and I find that I don't actually need to use the zoom when I'm exploring. The second non-zoom headlamp is made by Princeton Tech. This is the second non-zoomable headlamp from Princeton Tech. And it has a strip bar of LEDs as opposed to the round conical one. This is the one that goes high, medium, low, and flash. The third non-zoom headlamp is made by Stanley Tools. As you can see, it lights up a bright area, but not very far out. The third non-zoomable headlamp is the Stanley Tool one. And the power button is on the side on this one. And it's got a LED strip bar with about 10 or 12 little LEDs in it. What's cool about this one is you got your typical tilt. This one can actually be removed and used as a handheld flashlight. Clicks right back on, locks in. It's pretty stout. It gives you a very good broad spectrum light. But I like the feature that it can be a handheld flashlight too. It's pretty cool. The fourth non-zoomable headlamp is also made by Coast and has an external battery pack on the back of the strap. This one is also a Coast non-zoomable headlamp. This one has the button on the bottom though, which is a little different, and an external battery pack. The first zoomable headlamp is made by Coast. It has multiple light settings. The first of the zoomable headlamps is the Coast with the 3 LED flashlights, and this one you gotta spin. That's how you zoom and flood. One is your red, and the other button is your high, medium, and lows. It has the typical tilt on it. It used to be my go-to one until I got the brown one, actually the non-zoomable one. The second zoomable headlamp is a generic brand. It doesn't even say the brand on there, just says headlamp, but it seems to be an imitation of Coast. And then you can zoom with it. This one has a little tiny handle on top, which allows you to zoom in and out faster, but also has a separate external switch to change the high and low settings. Now let's zoom on high. That one reaches out pretty damn far. And the second zoomable one is actually the Underdog, which is a generic brand headlamp. And it has the external battery pack with the high and low setting. When I first bought it, I thought it was the on and off, but it's actually the high and the low. And on top here is your on button. And then this little switch underneath here gives you your floodlight. It's pretty easy, accessible, and pretty handy. But I find as time goes on, I don't actually need the flood capability of a headlamp. It's there to give you your broad spectrum light. And then I usually have a handheld with a high, medium, and low, and a zoom. That does the bulk of my lighting for exploring and cave diving. But I hope you enjoyed this video of which is the best headlamp for cave diving and exploring. I have multiples of each one because I do a lot of cave diving in groups and stuff. But I figured I'd show you overall, from my experience in the field, what is the best ones. And as you can see, probably the majority of them are Coast. Coast flashlights so far have been the best bang for your buck in my experience. I had an everyday carry that ran off 1 AA, and it lasted me 5 years of use every single day. It's been underwater, it's been in caves, and it only finally died. I paid like 20 bucks for it, so that's not bad. Until next time, catch you around.